Siren Song Episode 5 of Sirens begins with Simone waking up from a nap at the hospital. Devin is there and they are waiting for news about Ethan. Simone apologizes for not responding to Devin's Sirens texts and also for their argument the previous night.
Devin agrees she needed to hear some of that. Simone then asks about the times when Devin texted, and she tells her how hard things were with their dad. Simone tells her she needs to leave that house and even invites Devin to stay with her in New York once she starts her new job. Devin doesn't take it up, and Simone then encourages her to go with Morgan. Back home, Michaela is packing up all of Simone's things. The staff realize she's getting fired and begin to celebrate. Peter and Morgan join Devin and Simone at the hospital. The girls have learned that Ethan has several broken bones. Devin and Morgan head back to Cliff House and Devin asks him when. He's leaving for his cruise to Palm Beach. He says he's leaving at daybreak and she finally accepts his request. She agrees to see him after the gala. However, she doesn't find her father or Ray in the guest house. She finds Bruce standing right by the cliff and pulls him away from the edge. They head out to look for Ray and find some of his things on the beach. Allie, Ray's wife, calls the phone and Bruce picks up. Devin is forced to take the call and admit that she's with Ray. At the hospital, Ethan wakes up and gets angry when he sees Simone. He blames Simone for pushing him down the cliff, but Peter convinces him it's all in his head. Does Simone get fired? Simone and Peter return home and Simone finds the staff in an eerily good mood. However, she gets a cold welcome from Michaela, who tells her to wait in her room while the gala rehearsal goes on. Simone is shocked to see all her things packed up. The photograph of her and Peter sits on top of the boxes. Michaela gets another shock when Peter reveals he's invited his kids and extended family to the gala. Michaela then goes up to Simone's room and tells her to leave. Simone tries to explain that it was all Peter and not her, but Michaela sees her as a threat to her marriage and wants her gone. Elsewhere, Bruce is getting fit in a tux for the gala. Devin then tells him she wants to go sailing with Morgan, and he tells her to go. But he then calls her Simone and forgets what they were talking about. Then Missy, one of the staff members, arrives and tells them she's here to help them pack. Why? Does Simone run away? Jose arrives with Simone to pick them up. Simone is in shock and doesn't respond to anything Devin says. Devin then gets a call from the police station and learns that Ray is there, drunk. While they argue, Bruce speaks to Simone and apologizes for everything in the past. He then tells her that Devin will be going away and that it will be him and her again. This is obviously terrible news for Simone, who ends up running away. When Peter finds out that Simone was let go, he asks Michaela for an explanation. She says Simone stole her earrings and she can't let Simone take what's hers. Back home, Peter goes to Simone's room and pleasures himself. When he looks out the window, he sees Simone standing on the estate. He follows her down to the beach where Simone says she has something to say. Peter then makes a call to Jose, who turns the car around. Does Peter end up with Simone? Jose arrives at Cliff House where the gala has officially started. He goes to a secret safe and takes out an envelope. Inside is the picture of Peter and Simone. Devin heads out to look for Simone and finds Morgan instead. She tells him that she can't go with him. Devin then confronts Michaela for firing Simone, and even calls her out for being a murderer. Michaela explains that Jocelyn lives as a recluse because of a plastic surgery gone wrong. Devin looks sheepish and walks away. Peter then arrives and pulls Michaela aside. He says he wants out of the marriage and reveals that he's destroyed the photo of him and Simone. Michaela points out how unfair the prenup is and that Peter is responsible for his relationship with his children. But Peter stands his ground and soon Simone enters the room in her striking gala dress. Michaela realizes what's happened and walks away. What happens to Devin and Simone's relationship? Devin then sees Simone and Peter and understands what's happened as well. When Devin asks about Michaela, Simone spouts the same dialogue Michaela used. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. Devin looks sad and says she will be going home to take care of her father. She tells Simone that dropping out of college to take care of her was the best thing she's done. Simone didn't serve her, but Devin didn't let go. Simone promises to see Devin again in the city. They exchange, "I love you," and Devin leaves Simone to her fancy new life. What happens to Michaela? How does Sirens end? On the boat back to the mainland, Devon sees Michaela and approaches her. Devon apologizes to her and asks her what she's going to do. Michaela says she doesn't know. Devon says she's going to get a place of her own, and Michaela advises her to cash that check for $10,000. Devon assures Michaela that she isn't a monster. She tells Devon that neither is Simone. Sirens episode 5 ends with a shot of Simone standing by Cliff, looking out at the estate.